What's up, people? I want to talk about something that when I when it comes to the ways of America, the way our people been taught and stuff, you can tell, you can pick up their vibes when you talking to them over the phone. It's like when you talk about white supremacy, when you talk about the slave masters, I'm gonna say, yeah, slave masters. Like when you look at the Egyptians in the Bible, all those people are slave masters. Those are slave masters that took and misused just got everything, like especially when our older people and stuff like that. A lot of them is caught up into this white supremacist society, and all these churches is made up of white supremacists. Seventh-day Adventist is white supremacy, and we don't. When you talk about Esau, to them that's very sensitive to them because they so used to loving their oppressors. They so used to loving the slave master. You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of our people are, and a lot of, you can tell when you're talking to them, they have not allowed that. It's going to take a minute for a lot of it to take root. Some of it's going to take root when it hits them or whatever. Some of it is going to take root, and some of it is some people is not going. It's not going to take root in them. Some people are just so far gone and so far damaged until. That's why even to this day I don't hang around a lot of people, and I think I always have been like that. You know what I mean? Because it's hard. It's kind of hard. You know, when you got people who are, especially if they've been so used to you trying to. They've just been so used to being under that way of thinking. When it comes to the other nations and stuff like that, a lot of people believe that, and this is what's in our people's minds, like no matter what the slave master do, you still supposed to love them. But when you look at the Bible, it tells you, when you read it carefully, it tells you specifically who to forgive and who not to forgive. Like I'll give you an example. Look at Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 11. It says, the mean man bows down and great man humbles himself. Therefore, forgive them not. He's telling the great people, great men, the ones that's humble most of the time, a lot, is the blacks, Hispanics, the chosen people of God. And the mean man, it stands for the so-called white man. It stands for Esau. You see what I'm saying? When you call these people out and you call the wickedness out of this kingdom and talk about how they came over here and colonized this country, the first thing that our people do is want to, like when you talk about your slave. Now, some people will listen to you, but they give off that vibes. Please stop saying this. Don't say that. Don't say that about my slave man. Even though they are listening to what you're saying, in their mind, they're saying, no, I love my slave master a little bit more. Now, some people, they trying to grab and they actually trying to comprehend it. They actually trying to really listen and learn and like wake up and things of that nature or whatever. You can tell those who want to stay stuck into that mind, that slave mindset, because a lot of them be like notice when I learned it when in 2018, when I was woke up to this truth of knowing that America is white supremacy, the religion is white supremacy, and all that type of stuff. Seventh-day Adventists and Baptists and Methodists, all that shit is white supremacy. Is in 2018. When I first heard it, it gave me a spirit like, wow, I did not know this. I'm like, whoa. You know, in my mind, I was like, it was exciting to me to learn because I wanted to know more about it, especially when they went to talking about breaking down Genesis 25, talking about who Esau was. Because I did not know that Esau was the white man. I did not know it until they broke it down, the biblical prophecy, and they compared the statistics and all that oleology with Bible prophecy and stuff. They compared it to Revelation and Daniel and stuff, and realizing that when it says Christ, his head and his hair was white like wool, and then when they said who on the planet has woolly hair, and what dawned on me is like I noticed a difference. I'm like, oh, okay. this is the reason why that a lot of our people is at the bottom, and the so-called white man came to the top, because a lot of people is not proper. That's why I encourage people, pick up Deuteronomy 28 and read Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy chapter 28 is going to tell you who fit the curses and who don't. Yes, just read Deuteronomy 28, and it tells you. It says, stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high. And he said, and that's Deuteronomy 28 and verse 43. It says, the stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. Thou shalt come down very low. It's talking about the blacks, Hispanics, and natives of America. Who is at the top? Who own everything? Who control the world? The so-called white, they control everything. They control. If you get out there on the highway and drive without a driver's license, and you drive your car without an insurance or driver's license, more than likely, who is in control of that? The so-called white man. The so-called white man is in control of that all. And I be trying to tell my people that. But sometimes people don't listen, bro. Especially our people, man. Our people they rebellious and they hard-headed, and they think you crazy. Deep down on the inside, they think something wrong with you. But that's the way it is, though. But when they woke me up, when I got woken up to not eating pork and this and that and the third, I didn't argue with me. I didn't sit there and act like that person was crazy or whatever. They showed it to me in the Bible, and I followed it. You know, I wanted to know. I said, well, tell me more about it. I ain't sit there and try to act like it wasn't nothing real about it. But now I done learned more. And I done got an extra understanding of who Esau was. I didn't get an extra understanding of who Esau was in 92. When I was in Christianity, when I was involved in Seventh-day Adventists and the Baptists and all these different Christianity churches and stuff, I didn't even know. You see what I'm saying? It took the men of the high that was used by the Most High God is to wake me up. That's what happened. That's what it took. Yeah, it took men of the Most High to do that was used by the Most High, that was inspired. The Most High woke up, and through the Most High waking them up, and through the spirit of inspiration of the Most High waking them up, inspired them. The Most High put the spirit on them, and it used them is to wake us up, or wake me up. And I started here, and the Most High put the spirit up on me, his understanding upon me, and he's still teaching me what the truth is and what the church is. He said he don't, Acts 7 and verse 48 says he don't dwell in temples made by the hands of man. Christ don't dwell in no building. That's not the church. The real church that was in the wilderness is the blacks, Hispanics, and natives of America. That's the church, not no damn building. Christ was not talking about a building. He was talking about the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you can talk to certain people and stuff like that, and you feel like you're talking to a goddamn tree or something. You know what I mean? Because as soon as you say something about the so-called white man, and they the one cause all this evil or whatever, then they may not just come out and tell you. Some people are silent about it, but deep down on the inside, they really want to say, "Oh no," they want to kind of like try to say there's something wrong with you, or maybe you stupid, you crazy, and all of that. But I don't give a damn. You know, I don't give a damn. I don't give a tool or whatever. You see what I'm saying? If I have to remain to myself and stand for what what I know is right, coming out that book, then I'm gonna do it. If the Bible says that Esau, the white man, the so-called the enemy, he's the devil that the Bible speaks of, and he deceived people with that false image, running around here in the world telling people that white image with that blonde hair, European hair, and blue eyes is God and all that kind of shit or whatever, then hey, if I gotta be to myself, I'm gonna do that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm not risking my peace for nobody. It is what it is. If the Bible said that, I call Esau for what they is. I call them the devil that the Bible speaks of. They deceive people. That's why it said in Revelation chapter 20 and 10, the devil that deceived them was cast into a lake of fire. That's what the Bible said. How did they deceive us? You take that image of Christ, that European image with that stringy, blonde, stringy dog hair, that's God, and you compare it to the black image with woolly hair, with dark skin and woolly hair. People that's not. They're gonna point to that damn white image. They even got it up on these damn books. And if people got a problem with that, then hey, that's them. I call them for what they is. They the enemy. The Chinese people the enemy. The Ethiopians are the enemy, because all those are the slave masters that enslaved the Israelites. Now, if you got a problem with that, you got a problem with God. And if you got a problem with God, then that's your problem. It's my job is to tell the truth, and that's what I do. Oh yeah. That's what I'm gonna do, and that's what I'm gonna continue to do. All right, I'm out. What I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I want to say before I close this video out? I'm gonna tell the truth. The so-called white man is the enemy on the planet. That's what I name.